So, spoiler alert, before I go further in this video, this says spoilers for the latest unreleased chapter of One Piece 1159, as well as spoilers for the preceding 7 to 8 chapters. So, yeah. I'm about to finally talk about this guy, and I can't help but talk about this guy because I'm so coded for this guy. If you already know who I'm talking about, I did this beard style for a reason. That's right. This is your last chance to turn around if you're not into spoilers. So first off, I'm gonna preface this by saying, hi, I'm Roxy Devon, because my last name translates to rocks. My middle initial, which we're about to get into in a little bit, and it's D, and of course Devin. So, if you want to nickname me Rocks for a little bit too, Daddy Juice with Rocks. That's it. That's enough about the self-referencing. We're talking about Rocks Dizabek today. And if you're familiar with the new spoilers, well, this is not only something that affects the past of One Piece, but this is something that also affects the past of a character in One Piece too. That character is Marshall D. Teach. The GOAT, Marshall D. Teach. Yeah, I rep Marshall D. Teach, okay? I have been a Marshall D. Teach fan since I found out that Blackbeard was a fucking character in One Piece. And, I tell you, my favorite characters stocks have gone up. But now, who's even cooler? His dad! Yep, that's right. We're about to talk about Marshall D. Teach's dad, because they both have a very unique lineage. So, Marshall D. Teach's dad is Rox Dizabek. But they also have a secret name. DAVY. The DAVY clan. As in, they're descendants of Davy Jones. Rox and Zabek and Teach there. And that's insane. That is absolutely insane. This entire flashback has led up to major plot reveals, which we'd be thinking about would be, wow, we're learning about Rox Dizabek, or Davy Dizabek. But this is some deep Blackbeard lore. This is some deep Blackbeard lore. The darkness. Everything's starting to make sense. Which, by the way, now that we've gotten to the point that Davy Jones and Davy Jones Locker and shit, my middle initial is David, which could be Davy. You could call it Davy. My middle name is Davy. So I am Rock's Davy Devon. ah, ah. I do have an S initial too, but you're not gonna know what my S is. It's a secret. The S is for secret. Um, my word. So we start off this flashback when it comes to Rocks coming out of nowhere. He comes up to Loki. He's like, I give you two options. I mean, two questions. And you better give me the answers I want for him. And he is going to get those answers. This is Elbath, where's Harold? Loki's like, I'm telling you shit. I don't have to tell you a thing. And then he's like, I don't have to show you where my dad is. Then Rocks, he's like, oh, so you're his son, eh? I'm gonna hurt you. Okay, tell your dad that you're hurt and you need some assistance. And he came right away. Goes back a couple of years prior. They met, they clashed while they were at the Reverie. Rocks coming up to Emu and saying, I'm a man of Davy Jones, which makes so much more sense now with this reveal. He is a worshiper of Davy Jones because he is part of Davy Jones's fucking lineage. That's insane. That's insane writing right there, Chira Oda. And that explains why Emu was so shook. Then, Rocks and Harold clash. Go back to the future. Rocks is there with his few members of his crew, including Wang Ji, which we'll get into his ass later. We're not actually getting into Wang Ji's ass. This has nothing to do with Wang Ji's ass. This has everything to do with Rocks. So, Rocks, over time, it shows over time, he participated in Davy back fights. Which, if you're familiar with in the storyline, I don't have to explain to you. But literally, as a testament to Davy Jones, everything is a testament to Davy Jones. Everything sworn on Davy Jones is sworn on fucking Teach's lineage and Rox's lineage. The entire time in Rox's career, and he killed an admiral. He got pretty much all the biggest named pirates that turn out to be legends later, like Charlotte Linlin, Kaido, and Whitebeard, all of which become emperors of the sea, in which, by the way, Shiki was an emperor of the sea at one point too. We can't forget that Shiki at one point, Golden Lion Shiki, was a emperor of the sea at one point. And it took fucking Garp and Sengoku to take him down. So, Rocks had some pretty big names under his belt. And everything's just Davy Jones coded. He eventually takes control of the pirate island, which is a big reserve there. Hey, all the treasure belongs to Davy Jones. Hey, you know what? Why not let Pirate Island, the birthplace of the Davy back fight, Everything's just been so Davy Jones coded. The whole Teach going after her, full of lead, or Hachinosu, and Rock's going after Hachinosu, just all fucking coded underneath the Davy clan will, I guess. The Davy clan, my word. And so much just makes sense after this reveal too. I can't believe that this is how they break the internet. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So every everything that we have seen so far, all these feats, Rock's killing an admiral, taking down a relentless amount of battleships, sinking them, and taking down a whole scores upon scores of soldiers, raiding pirates and marines alike. This man might very well be one of the best characters in One Piece. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And I'm so coded for it too, because Rock's David. This has been my favorite family in One Piece. We're in the long run for Elbath, guys.